Someone cannot stop thinking about you, okay? I wanted to do a reading on who's keeping tabs on you, and as I split the deck to shuffle, I got daydreaming, head in the clouds, delusion, hopes and dreams, and then clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Someone feels like they can't stop thinking about you. You're the first thing that they think about when they wake up in the morning, and the last thing that they think about before they go to sleep at night, and they find themselves just thinking about the what ifs, what could have been, what should have happened in this connection. Okay, let's find out some more about who's keeping tabs on you. Who's this person? Smell the roses, slow down, isolation. This person is feeling isolated from you at the moment. And this daydreaming, clingy energy is reminiscing on what they should have appreciated about you while they had the opportunity to be with you or have you. I feel like this person in the past actually rejected you, which is why there's distance between you. And I feel like who I'm speaking to, you have taken initiative to move forward in your life. And rather than being clingy and hung up on this person, you choosing to move forward has then reflected a feeling of rejection on them. They rejected you first, but they feel rejected by you not chasing. Okay, tell me some more about what this person who's keeping tabs on my darling is dealing with, feeling, experiencing. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall, antisocial. And you're feeling silent treatment, left out. This person may be taking your distance as an attack. They may feel like you are intentionally giving them the silent treatment or weaponizing your silence against them. And this has them feeling a cocktail of emotions, okay? This person doesn't want to talk to anyone. They don't feel like they can trust anyone. And I feel like this is just having them reflect. Yeah, there's that smell of the roses and longing. This is just having them reflect on how they were able to trust you. This person wants to talk to you again. They're wanting a reunion. They're missing you a lot. Okay? Alright. Tell me some more about what's going on before we get to the tarot. Is this person keeping tabs on my darling? Lust, greed, by any means necessary, inconsiderate. This person was very inconsiderate of you and your connection. Okay, they were very driven by their bodily urges. Okay, family. They have a toxic family here as well. Maybe that's why they just lean more into lust. They may have dismissed your connection or not seeing the goodness in your connection, not seeing the goodness in you because they just decided to focus on their lust, okay? This person, you felt like they could have been very manipulative, okay? They don't connect with anyone, but they'll connect with everyone, if you know what I'm saying. You never felt like this person considered your feelings at all. Yeah. One more card before we dive into the tarot here. Toxic, drama, arguments, incompatible. I feel like there could have been, you may have had an attachment to this person that was unhealthy because you had great physical chemistry together. But ultimately, you did have to see through the illusion that feeling was, that passion, that chemistry. And you just decided, you know what, I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my time here. This person liked to start drama. You could never get on the same page. And so you ultimately decided that this relationship was incompatible to you. Okay, I'm feeling called to get some messages of love real quick before we dive into tarot. Okay. Tell me some more about this person who's keeping tabs on my darling. New love. I feel like this person could have just always tried to jump into new commitments, okay? A new love or recommitment to love is developing. This person is now wanting healing in this situation, healing and new love. They want to show you a love that you've never experienced with them. Mastery. This is because you have stepped into mastery with yourself, okay? You have decided to take your emotional well-being into your own hands, okay? You've learned lessons from this person. This person could mirror you, okay? Tell me about this person who's keeping tabs on my darling. Support, apology. This person wants to apologize for never being there for you. They wish that they had, this could be someone that you were married to or wanted to be married to. Okay, this person definitely wants marriage with you. They see you as a lifelong partner. Okay, but they do want to apologize for not being there for you when you needed them. They recognize that they abandoned you whenever you needed them most. I feel like this person being so disconnected from others and pulling away from people and having to reflect is now missing the support that you offered them freely. You were very open and giving with them. And now they don't have that support because you had to do what was right for you and support yourself and not chase after this person. Okay, this person is wanting a higher level of commitment with you and wanting to apologize. Ooh, yeah. We've got passion and interference. Try something you've never done before. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Because this person has been operating out of lust, they may have decided to push you away and choose to be with someone who possibly satisfied a specific kink. And I'm not kink shaming, but there's something here about them like desiring that toxic love, and they made the wrong choice. They made the wrong choice to go with sensual satisfaction rather than emotional satisfaction. They made the wrong decision to marry someone else, and that person was not balanced. This person is now reflecting on, oh, they could be crying because my nose is dripping out of nowhere. This person has cried over you. They've cried over the fact that they made a wrong choice, that they chose the wrong person, that they should have been with you, that you were actually a balanced person for them, very emotionally investing in them, available, supportive, okay? This person wants to protect this connection. Maybe this person felt like they needed to protect you from themselves. Denial. Yeah, they were in denial that they could do anything better with themselves. They felt like denying you access to them, rejecting you was protecting you. And in a way, I guess rejection is protection, isn't it? I don't know. Let's jump into the tarot. Tell me about this person, spirit, who's keeping tabs on my darling. Person is reevaluating their old ways. They don't like the outcome and the, output of what they have reaped and sowed in their life. They're reflecting on their fickle, lustful ways, okay? Ooh, yep, I'm not kidding. Temperance underneath that Knight of Wands. They're like, I've got to be more balanced. Like, I'm going to feel like chaos. I have to get my toxic habits under control because I don't like what I'm creating in my life. I made the wrong choice, right? This person was about instant gratification. They didn't like things that needed long-term investments. Okay, who is this person? Keeping tabs on my darling. Queen of Cups reversed. Ooh, talk about selfish love. Two of Cups there. Page of Pentacles. You felt breadcrumbed by this person. This is someone that you had to pull yourself away from because you recognized, if I keep investing in someone who breadcrumbs me, then I am feeding codependency, okay? You also felt like it was pointless because they didn't appreciate or accept your love anyways. You were just expending energy trying to love this person, trying to support this person, but they never accepted your love. This could be a water sign. The moon, Pisces specifically. There was never any clear way for you to figure out how to You tried everything in your power to show up and to entice and encourage an open heart here, right? Open communication, working through fears, working through secrets. Like you were just like, I need you to open up to me. You need to open up to me. You need to stop hiding something from me. We need to be clear with each other, or else I'm gone, okay? Or else I'm gone. And this person chose to hold off their heart, okay? Yeah. This person never revealed their feelings to you. We got the Ace of Cups that came after that moon. This person is now wanting to open up, though. They're wanting to pour it all out. This person has been typing and deleting messages. With that moon, Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands. Typing and deleting emotional messages. Almost getting there and then shutting off. Nine of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune and the Devil. This person still has a toxic side that they're battling with, trying to change, and they may really enjoy a single lifestyle that they might not want to drag you into. This person feels like they have a devil on their shoulder and their energy that they choose to engage with. Seven of Swords. They know that they could change, but they tell themselves that they can't. Okay? They also feel like they maybe can't change your mind about them, so what's the point? Okay. Okay. Ace of Cups and the Sun. You make this person really happy. They do feel the most alive, the most optimistic and hopeful. Seeing you, watching you. We had that moon come out. This person is wanting to illuminate something. They think about you every single day with the sun being, on a daily rotation. Every single day. Six of Wands. If you're online in some way, they're watching you. Okay, they're watching your social media. They're watching you rise to the top. You might be getting a lot of attention. Okay? There's something about, they feel like you belong on a stage. They feel like you belong on a stage. Yeah. You got everything that anyone could want. You are the ideal partner for them. And you're very balanced. You're a healthy choice with that Queen of Pentacles. The Tower. I feel like this revelation is shocking them. Okay? Something's happened in their life where they just got struck with this epiphany, this realization. It's almost like breaking through their own illusions, feeling like, oh, well, I've always been this way, so I have to be this way. Woe is me, blah, blah, blah. They're just like, it's kind of a pitiful way to show up in your life, is just letting your own old habits be your excuse to remain the way that you are, even though you're miserable, right? Yeah. I feel like you've changed a lot in your life, and this is inspiring to them, actually. Because this person may get almost irritated by watching people online who overcome their challenges and obstacles in life. Happy, optimistic people. And I feel like they've watched you transform from being kind of in the same energy as them, maybe more of a pessimist, maybe feeling like your circumstances keep you defeated. And they've watched you overcome that energy and become a more optimistic person despite things not turning out the way that you wanted to. They've watched you turn every situation. 1441. Okay. 1444, 444. They've watched you change from being a similar person as them to someone who's empowered, and now you're someone that they can see possibly online, helping people to change their mind, change their perspectives, and change their choices in life. And for once, that type of energy is not rubbing them the wrong way. You inspire this person a lot. Okay. What actions are they thinking about taking? What is this energy compelling them to do? The World, they want to make a change. They desire success now. Three of Pentacles, 10 of Wands in the World. They desire success. I feel like the reason why they're not just impulsively reaching out right now is because they recognize that they need to have a plan. This person is overthinking. For me to overcome the ending of this situation with you, I need to really have my ducks in a row. I need to know the right thing to say. I need to make sure that I have a plan of how I'm going to act. I need to take responsibility of my actions. I need to be supportive. I need to invest. A child could be significant in this situation. They could be like thinking about who would be a great step parent. Thinking that you'd be a great step parent. The Fool and the Moon. And the Queen of Wands. Wow. This person wants a fresh start here. But they are trying... They're being quiet about it. But they do find you irresistible. They find your energy irresistible. They find you magical. This person could like your arms specifically. They like your arms. Interesting. Okay, any more information here about actions they're thinking about taking? 10 of Cups. This person wants to open up and invest. They want to get in alignment with their heart. Okay? They want to show up and create this happy family situation. Okay. Yep. They might actually propose with the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups, or the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. They might propose. Interesting. If it's not a proposal, then it's just like reaching out and saying, hey, I'm ready for this. Would you be willing to try again with me? I want to give you a connection. I want to give you something real here with tangibility of the Pentacles. I want to give you something tangible that we can actually grow. Okay. 3 of Wands. This person is waiting for the right time to reach out. Trying to decide when the right time is, and it feels like no time is the right time. They're looking for signs. They're kind of waiting. They're waiting to see when it would be okay to reach out to you. What are they gauging that upon? What makes you, like, what signs are they looking for to reach out? 9 of Swords. The Hierophant. There was something earlier about them marrying someone else or committing to someone else. So they may be waiting for the stress of that commitment to end, okay? So they don't have to worry about that mentally. This person is also like possibly worried that maybe you're in a connection with someone else now. So they might be waiting to get clarity on your relationship status. Got Strength here. Yeah, I feel like when this person wraps up what they need to wrap up, then they'll feel like they have the energy to invest and come forward here. Yep, Knight of Swords. As soon as that document is shredded, as soon as that legal contract is null and void, as soon as divorce papers are filed, as soon as they, you know, are no longer in a living situation with that person. Okay. Okay. Well, what does Darling need to consider regarding this situation? 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. I feel like this person really devastated you. And you know what's come up with all of this situation, even though that they recognize that they need to possibly apologize for the way that they treated you, it's been more them consumed with their own situation. I feel like this person has hardly considered how much they hurt you, how much they put you through, how much they abandoned you, right? So I feel like when this happens, you don't need to be overly, overly forgiving. There's something here about you not letting this person sweep the past under the rug just because they decide to show back up and invest in you. You need to be very clear with how their behavior affected you. And it's not for a guilt trip, because I don't feel like you're very empowered right now. You're very empowered. You're okay right now, but you weren't before. And you don't need to enable someone to possibly repeat a cycle, right? I feel like like you need to be very clear, especially if you had multiple cycles with this person. Like, we've been through this time and time again, and what happens is I'm left devastated. You abandoned me. I have to grieve you. I have to move forward. You choose someone else. You indulge in your need for this specific kink, or this person who can talk this specific way, or something like that. And you don't consider how your behavior affects people. And I'm not cleaning up that mess anymore. That's not what I deserve. You need to be very straightforward and cut to the chase about what you expect and what will not be repeated in your life. Maybe that just means rejecting this person. Maybe that just means laying your standards out on the table. I'm not sure. It's your life. It's your situation. All right. Let's see. How do you want to close this out? Let's get some direct messages from this person. All right. If this person could say what's on their mind, heart, and soul right now to my darling, what would they say? If they had no fear, if they had no hesitation, what is the most important messages that need to come through from this person keeping tabs on my darling? I didn't believe you could love me. I want to find a new love. I'm ready to open up and let you in. I think this person is recognizing how much you actually did truly, unconditionally love this person. Truly, wholeheartedly. Even if you had to let them go. That was an act of love, because you said, all right, I accept you for who you are, and we don't mesh. We're incompatible. That doesn't mean that I don't love you. It just means that I'm not going to wait around and put my life on hold while you go mess around with this person, that person, whoever else. I'm not going to wait around for you. I have a life to live, and I'm going to live my life. Okay. This person is recognizing that you actually really did love them, and they never accepted that love. And now they're in a place where they want to receive that love. They want to accept that love. Okay. Any more messages that they want to communicate? We belong together. All right, Mariah Carey. Fake. Everyone around me is fake. I'm telling you, this person settled for toxic ass people, fake ass people, fake ass people. I feel like this nonchalant kind of like annoyed energy is channeling from this person, by the way. Okay. I'm sorry. Would you forgive me? We already got that they wanted to apologize. You're unlike anyone I've ever known. Your energy is not duplicable. And maybe this person actually settled for someone who kind of looks a lot like you, or dresses a lot like you, or has kind of similar interests in you, but they're ultimately a fake person. Okay, all I care about is money. This is materialism. It doesn't actually have to be money, but this person does have money on their mind. Okay, I've known you before in a past life. This person feels like you have an undeniable connection. Okay. That is what this reading is. I hope that this reading resonated for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. I love you so much. Bye-bye. Ta-ta.